हरिः ओं नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायीपरिचयः इत्यस्य अद्य पञ्चपञ्चाशत्तमः पाठः। अस्मिन् वर्गे कर्तृकारकं तथा च कर्मकारकम् इत्येतयोः द्वयोः विषययोः अध्ययनं कुर्मः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। अस्माकं वर्गस्य द्वे प्रयोजने अष्टाध्याय्याः आहत्य षट्शतस्य सूत्राणां व्याख्यासहितम् उदाहरणसहितं च अध्ययनं, तथा च अष्टाध्याय्याः प्रथमाध्यायस्य प्रथमपादस्य द्वितीयपादस्य च कण्ठस्थीकरणम्। प्रथमपादस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणं प्रायेण बहुभिः कृतमेव अस्ति। यैः जनैः न प्रारब्धं न वा समाप्तं तत् अवश्यं झटिति समाप्तव्यम्. You must complete 1.1 soon so that you can go to 1.2. As somebody has already noticed on the group, 1.2 is kind of difficult for memorization for two reasons. Number one, there are a little bit convoluted sutras specific to Vedic context. And number two, a lot of sutras or very few sutras in 1.2 are actually taught. So only 3 or 4 sutras are taught. A lot of other sutras are not taught. And when a sutram is not taught and it is not seen in the general prakriyas, it always appears difficult. Therefore, you will take more time for memorization of 1.2. So please finish 1.1 and start with 1.2. अष्टाध्याय्याः कारकप्रकरणस्य अध्ययनं प्रचलत् अस्ति। तत्र किञ्चित् पुनरावर्तनं कुर्मः। अस्माभिः एकस्मिन् पाठे कारकप्रकरणस्य इत्युक्ते कारकाधिकारस्य, तथा च द्वितीये वर्गे विभक्तिप्रकरणस्य इत्युक्ते अनभिहिताधिकारस्य अध्ययनं विस्तरेण कृतम्। तत्र कारकाणि आहत्य षट्। एका कारिका अपि अस्ति, कर्ता कर्म च करणं सम्प्रदानं तथैव च अपादानाधिकरणम् इत्याहुः कारकाणि षट्। कारकप्रकरणस्य अधिकारसूत्रं कारके इति तस्य व्याप्तिः तत्प्रयोजको हेतुश्च इति सूत्रं यावद् वर्तते। अस्मिन् अधिकारे भिन्नाः कारकसंज्ञाः इत्युक्ते अपादानं सम्प्रदानम् इत्यादयः कारकसंज्ञाः पाठिताः सन्ति। एतासां सर्वासां संज्ञानां विशेषणरूपेण कारकम् इति शब्दः प्रवर्तते। इत्युक्ते अपादानं कारकं, सम्प्रदानं कारकं, करणं कारकम् इति रूपेण अत्र सर्वत्र अन्वयः कर्तव्यः। तत्र अस्माभिः अयमपि विषयः अग्रे दृष्टः आसीत्। कारकप्रकरणे कर्ता कर्म करणम् इति क्रमेण कारकाणां परिचयः न कृतः अस्ति। तत्र विशिष्टः क्रमः विद्यते। प्रारम्भे अपादानकारकम् अस्ति, तदनन्तरं सम्प्रदानं, करणम्, अधिकरणं, कर्मकारकम्, अन्ते च कर्तृकारकं वर्तते। एतादृशः क्रमः किमर्थम् इति चेत् विप्रतिषेधे परं कार्यम् इति सूत्रस्य उदाहरणरूपेण अपि अस्माभिः अयं क्रमः दृष्टः आसीत्। यत्र द्वयोः कारकयोः मध्ये विप्रतिषेधः वर्तते, तत्र परं कार्यम् इत्युक्ते अनन्तरं यत् कारकं विद्यते तत् कारकं तत्र बलीयः भवति। तस्यैव कारकस्य वाक्ये प्रयोगः करणीयः। तत्र अस्मिन् कारकाधिकारे येन क्रमेण सूत्राणि पाठितानि सन्ति तेषां विषये कति सूत्राणि सन्ति, अस्माभिः कति अध्येतव्यानि, तस्मिन् विषये किञ्चित् आदौ वदामि। तत्र आदौ अपादानकारकमस्ति। अपादानकारकस्य आहत्य 9 सूत्राणि अष्टाध्याय्यां सन्ति। अस्माकं पाठ्यक्रमे 2 सूत्रे स्तः। ध्रुवमपाये अपादानं तथा च भीत्रार्थानां भयहेतुः इति सूत्रद्वयम् अस्माभिः अध्येतव्यम्। तदनन्तरं सम्प्रदानकारकस्य 10 सूत्राणि सन्ति। अस्माभिः 3 सूत्राणि तत्र विद्यमानानि अध्येतव्यानि। तदनन्तरं करणकारकस्य 3 सूत्राणि सन्ति। तेषु केवलम् एकमेव सूत्रम् अस्माभिः अध्येतव्यम्। तदनन्तरम् अधिकरणकारकस्य एकमेव सूत्रमस्ति, आधारोऽधिकरणम्, एकमेव सूत्रं तदस्माभिः अवश्यम् अध्येतव्यम्। तदनन्तरं कर्मकारकं विद्यते। कर्मकारकस्य आहत्य 8 सूत्राणि वर्तन्ते। अस्माकं पाठ्यक्रमे 3 सूत्राणि सन्ति। अन्ते कर्तृकारकमस्ति। कर्तृकारकस्य 2 सूत्रे स्तः। द्वयोः अपि सूत्रयोः अत्र अध्ययनम् अस्माभिः करणीयम्। इदानीं केन क्रमेण अध्ययनं कुर्मः इति चेत् विरुद्धक्रमेण अस्माभिः अध्ययनं करिष्यते। इत्युक्ते आदौ अद्य कर्तृकारकं तथा कर्मकारकम् इत्येतयोः अध्ययनम्, इत्युक्ते 3+2 पञ्चानां सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनम् अद्य कुर्मः। तदनन्तरम् अग्रिमे वर्गे अनेनैव क्रमेण उपरि उपरि गच्छन्तः अधिकरणकारकं, करणकारकं, सम्प्रदानकारकम्, अन्ते अपादानकारकस्य अस्माभिः अध्ययनं करिष्यते. So with this background, Prarabhamahe, both the Kartrukarakas and Karmakaraka are extremely complex concepts. They are what you have learned in your introductory classes is not even 1%. Please pay close attention. Anytime if you are stuck, this is the right time to stop me and ask questions. Let us start with the Kartrukarakam. कर्तृकारकस्य व्याख्या कथं कृता अस्ति इति चेत् क्रियायाम् इत्युक्ते क्रियायाः व्यापारे यः प्रधानभूतः, यः मुख्यः, यः पदार्थः क्रियां कर्तुं स्वतन्त्रः अस्ति सः कर्तृसंज्ञकः भवति. दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड डेफिनेशन. द सूत्र इटसेल्फ सेज स्वतन्त्रः कर्ता. यः क्रियां कर्तुं स्वतन्त्रः अस्ति सः कर्तृसंज्ञकः भवति. Now, what does swatantra mean? Does it mean dependent versus independent? So, for example, if mother forces a kid to eat, is the kid swatantra in eating, and should we call him a karta while that eating action is going on? So, swatantra is nothing to do with free or not free. It is about saha padartha yaha तस्यां क्रियायां विद्यमानानाम् अन्येषां कारकाणां यथा योग्यम् उपयोगं करोति. सो भोजन क्रियायाम् ओदनः अस्ति, स्थालिका अस्ति, हस्तः अस्ति. सो यू पिक द फूड विथ योर हैंड, यू मूव द फूड टू द माउथ, दंताः सन्ति. So all these different organs, avayavaha, and the other substances like sthali, odanam, patram, and so on, maybe the table or the chair on which the boy is sitting, or the ground on which the boy is sitting, the table on which the plate is kept, and so on. All these padarthas collectively take part in the action of eating. अतः एतेषां सर्वेषामपि कारकसंज्ञा अस्ति. तत्र कः पदार्थः अन्येषां कारकाणाम् उपयोगं करोति. So will the table use the chair, will the sthali use the teeth, or will Devadatta use all these things? So that's what we mean by pradhana bhutah or swatantraha. So swatantraha ityukte swechhaya karoti iti na. In the karaka prakaranam, what you feel in your mind, what ichha you have in your mind is no relation anywhere. We are going to talk about this particular topic again in the karma karakam later in the class today. Parantu karaka prakarane padarthanam manasi vidyamana ichha, whether the kid is eating forcefully, he is eating without interest, and so on. So manasi vidyamana ichha kutrapi na svikriyate. केवलं प्रधानभूतः स्वतन्त्रः इत्युक्ते अन्येषां कारकाणां यथा योग्यम् उपयोगं करोति. सो धात्वर्थ एज वी हैव सीन इज व्यापारः प्लस फलम्. तत्र व्यापारं कः करोति? अन्येषां कारकाणां उपयोगं करोति इत्युक्ते व्यापारं करोति. अतः व्यापारस्य आश्रयः कर्ता. आश्रय मीन्स द डूअर or the one who encompasses or who undergoes the entire vyapara, who controls the entire vyapara, that is the karta. Yaha vyaparam karoti saha karta. Yatha devadattaha pakagruhe agnina sthalyam odanam pachati. Now, which is the karaka which controls everything? अत्र पचन क्रियायां देवदत्तः पाकगृहं प्रविशति, ओदनं मार्जयति, स्थाल्यां स्थापयति, अग्निप्रज्वलं करोति, and so on. इवन ओदनां दृष्ट्वा एते पक्वाः उत न इति देवदत्तः एव निर्णीति. दैट्स व्हाई देवदत्त इज प्रधानभूत. अतः अत्र देवदत्तः कर्ता, देवदत्ते कर्तृत्व शक्तिः अस्ति इति उच्यते. So the textbook definition or the standard formal definition is swatantraha karta. Kriyam kartum swatantrena yaha vivakshitaha. Vivakshitaha means the speaker wants to assign the independence of doing the kriya to that person. Again, independence is not based on his will. Independence is in the context of other padarthas in that particular kriya. So, kriyayam swatantra rupena vivakshitaha padarthaha kartru samyakaha bhavati. And such a karta is then indicated by the pratipadikam, say Devadatta or Rama. This is the padartha. Rama padarthe kartrutvam asti. So Rama is the karta. And whether you want to indicate it with an additional vibhakti pratyaya or not, it then depends on the anabhihitadhikara. So if this is a kartari prayoga, if you say Ramaha pachati, तत्र पचधातोः विहितेन तित् प्रत्ययेन कर्तृत्वशक्तेः निर्देशे कृते पुनः तादृशस्य अभिहितकर्तृत्वस्य निर्देशार्थं रामशब्दात् कोऽपि विभक्तिप्रत्ययः न प्रयुज्यते, अतः रामः पचति इति वाक्यं सिद्ध्यति। परन्तु यत्र पच्यते इति कर्मणि प्रयोगः क्रियते, तत्र रामपदार्थे विद्यमाना कर्तृत्वशक्ति अनभिहिता अस्ति। अस्याः अनभिहितायाः कर्तृत्वशक्तेः निर्देशार्थं रामशब्दात् तृतीया एकवचन तृतीया विभक्तेः प्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते, येन रामेण पच्यते इति प्रयोगः सिद्ध्यति। So let us understand this. रामः ग्रन्थं पठति इत्यादिषु वाक्येषु पठ इति धातोः विहितेन तिङ् प्रत्ययेन कर्तृकारकस्य निर्देशः क्रियते। अस्यां स्थितौ रामशब्दात् कर्तृनिर्देशार्थं सुप् प्रत्ययः नैव प्रयुज्यते। This does not mean Ram is not the karta. Ram is the karta. P pratyaya is not the karta. Ram is the karta. P pratyaya is only indicating the shakti that is appearing in Rama. So Rama padarthe kartrutva shakti avashyam asti. Rama padarthaha eva karta asti. Parantu sa kartrutva shakti तिङ् प्रत्ययेन अभिहिता अस्ति, अतः तस्याः निर्देशः पुनः सुप् प्रत्ययेन न भवति। रामशब्दात् केवलं पदनिर्माणार्थं संख्यानिर्देशार्थं च प्रथमा विभक्तेः सुप्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते। Many people actually asked me, pinged me separately and asked, why do we use the prathama vibhakti pratyaya over there? The answer is very simple. Vibhakti pratyayas starting from 2 to 7, dvitiya to saptami, are all reserved for karakas. So if you end up using any of these pratyayas, including shashti, everything is reserved for karakas. So if you end up using that particular pratyaya, there might be a confusion whether this is unexpectedly indicating that karaka or not. So the only vibhakti that remains is the prathama vibhakti. And not just that, there will be a sutram we are going to learn in the last class of this module, Pratipadika Linga Parimana Vachana Matre Prathama. That sutram gives the prathama over here. Therefore, you use the prathama vibhakti. So Rama Shabdat kevalam pada nirmanartham sankhya nirdeshartham cha prathama vibhaktehe pratyaya prayujyate. This is for a simple form like Ramaha grantham pathati. And in the karmani prayoga, bhave prayoga, yatra tingadibhi kartrukaram abhitam nasti. इत्युक्ते यत्र सुप्रत्ययेन एव कर्तृकारकस्य निर्देशः इष्यते, तत्र कर्तृकारकस्य निर्देशः कुत्रचित् तृतीया विभक्त्या भवति, कुत्रचित् षष्ठी विभक्त्या भवति. So if you need to have a vibhakti pratyay for indicating a karta, the only two choices are you either use a tritiya vibhakti or you use a shashti vibhakti. So Ramena granthaha pathitaha इत्यत्र रामपदार्थे विद्यमानं यत् कर्तृत्वम् अस्ति, तस्य कर्तृत्वस्य निर्देशः क्त प्रत्ययेन न भवति, अतः तत् कर्तृत्वम् अनभिहितमस्ति। एतादृशस्य अनभिहित कर्तृत्वस्य निर्देशार्थं रामशब्दात् तृतीया विभक्तेः प्रत्ययः क्रियते, येन रामेण इति पदं सिद्ध्यति. Another example, Krishnasya hasitam, or you can even say hasanam. Krishnasya hasanam or hasitam madhuram. अत्र हसन क्रियायाः कर्ता कृष्णः अस्ति. कृष्ण is laughing, but तत्र कृष्ण शब्दे विद्यमाना कर्तृत्व शक्ति पुनरेकवारम् अत्र क्त प्रत्ययेन नो चेत् हसनम् इत्यत्र ल्युट् प्रत्ययेन हासः इत्यत्र घञ् प्रत्ययेन नैव निर्दिश्यते. अस्यां स्थितौ कृष्ण शब्दे विद्यमानायाः कर्तृत्व शक्तेः निर्देशार्थं षष्ठी विभक्ति प्रयुज्यते. So you have an example, कृष्णस्य हसितं मधुरम्, अत्र षष्ठी विभक्त्या कर्तृपदस्य निर्देशः कृतः अस्ति. So you have two choices. Later on, like 2 classes later, we are going to learn when to use tritiya and when to use shashti. So that's not going to be a surprise. But for now, understand that there are 2 different ways. You can either use tritiya or you can use shashti. So with that, let's jump to the sutram swatantraha karta. That is the sutram kriyayam swatantrena vivakshitaha arthaha. Artha means padartha. क्रियायां स्वातन्त्र्येण विवक्षितः अर्थः कर्ता स्यात्। स्वतन्त्रः कर्ता, स्वतन्त्रः इत्युक्ते प्रधानभूतः, क्रियायाः कारकेषु यत् प्रधानभूतम् इत्युक्ते अन्येषां कारकाणां यत् प्रयोगं करोति तत् कर्तृसंज्ञं भवति। सो रामः ग्रन्थं पठति, अत्र रामपदार्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः। रामेण ग्रन्थः पठ्यते, अत्र रामपदार्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः, सः तृतीयया निर्दिष्टः। लेट्स गो टू द प्रीवियस वन आल्सो। रामः ग्रन्थं पठति इत्यत्र रामपदार्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः, तत्र विद्यमाना कर्तृत्वशक्ति तिक् प्रत्ययेन निर्दिश्यते। रामेण ग्रन्थः पठ्यते इत्यत्र रामपदार्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः, तत्र विद्यमाना कर्तृत्वशक्ति टा प्रत्ययेन निर्दिश्यते। जगत्कृष्णस्य कृतिः, कृ इति धातोः कर्ता कः करोति? कृष्णः करोति। अतः कृष्णः इति कर्ता, तत्र षष्ठी एकवचनस्य प्रत्ययेन कर्तृत्वशक्तिः निर्दिश्यते। मोदकः गणेशाय रोचते। गणेश इज नॉट द कर्ता ओवर हियर, मोदक इज द कर्ता. The कर्तृत्व shakti is indicated by the ting pratyaya, so you use the sup pratyaya on modaka. Convert it to karmani, modakena ganeshaya ruchyate, nothing changes, rucha dhatoho karta punarekvaram modakaha. यज्ञदत्तः सिंहाद् बिभेति, अत्र भयनक्रियायाः कर्ता यज्ञदत्तः. So this was the general account of कर्तृत्व. स्वतंत्रः कर्ता is the सूत्रम. क्रियायां स्वातंत्र्येण विवक्षितः अर्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः स्यात् is the सूत्रार्थ. Any questions so far? Okay, let's start. Let's now jump into the territory which you do not know. Interestingly, for any kriya, there is a doer and then there is a preraka. The one who gives the prerana inspires to do that kriya. So all of us know, for example, Ramaha pathati, Guruhu pathayati. So Guru is the preraka, Guru gives the prerana, and Rama is the actual karta who does the reading action. Interestingly, क्रियां कर्तुं यः प्रेरयति सः अपि मूलक्रियायाः कर्ता एव मन्यते. So when you say a verb patha, patha actually has two kartas. Karta dvayam vartate. Ramaha, who is actually reading, and say Guruhu, who is inspiring him to read, which is basically teaching or guiding him to read. So Guru and Rama both are kartrusamyakas for the original patha dhatu. So kriyam kartum kartaram yah prerayati saha api moola kriyayaha karta eva manyate. So Shishyaha pathati, Guruhu Shishyam pathitum prerayati. Atra pathana kriyayaha. Please understand this. I am not talking about the Nijanta verb. I am not even uttering the word nicha. Original verb pathana kriyayaha karta yatha Shishyaha tathaiva Guruhu api. So any action has two kartas. One is the padartha that actually does the kriya. Second is the padartha that inspires, prerayati, saha api tasyaha kriyayaha kartrusamyakaha eva asti. So now when you have two kartas, you need to distinguish between the two. So yaha karta dhatoho vyaparam sakshat vyavaharati. The one who actually does everything. That karta is called Shuddha karta. Yaha karta dhatoho vyaparam sakshat vyavaharati. Saha Shuddha karta. Shuddha is not Shuddha versus Ashuddha. Shuddha means direct over here. Patha dhatu indicates a certain vyapara, like picking up the book, opening the book, looking at the words, loudly reading the words, or thinking about the words, contemplating on the meaning. All those actions, who is doing that? Out of the two kartas, only one karta is doing all those actions. That karta is called Shuddha karta, the one who directly does the vyapara. So yaha karta dhatoho vyaparam sakshat vyavaharati saha Shuddha karta namna jnayate. Atra asmin udharane Shishyaha Shuddha karta asti. Now observe. इफ यू टेक द सेंटेन्स शिष्यः पठति, अस्मिन् वाक्ये किं भवति? अत्र पठति इति क्रियापदे विद्यमानेन तिङ् प्रत्ययेन till now we were only saying कर्तृत्व शक्तिः निर्दिश्यते, but now we have to be more specific. तत्र तिङ् प्रत्ययेन शुद्ध कर्तृत्व शक्तिः निर्दिश्यते। अतः वाक्ये शुद्ध कर्तृवाचकात् शिष्य शब्दात् प्रथमा विभक्तेः प्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते। So the patha plus ti, that ti indicates the shuddha kartrutva shakti, and therefore shuddha karta gets the prathama vibhakti because the tiganta already indicates the karta. So only for pada nirmana we have to apply supratyaya. So far so good. I am not taught anything new. All that I am saying is, instead of simply saying pathati ityatra vidyamanena ting pratyayena kartrutva shakti abhidhiyate, now I am making that sentence more specific, fine-tuned. पठति इत्यत्र विद्यमानेन तिङ् प्रत्ययेन शुद्ध कर्तृत्व शक्तिः निर्दिश्यते. Now let's go to the second कर्ता. यह कर्ता शुद्ध कर्तारं व्यापारे प्रेरयति, सह कर्ता हेतु कर्ता नाम ज्ञायते. So this is yet another technical term. Hetu in simple language might mean purpose. Over here, the same meaning is being exploited, extrapolated, but the word hetu word is a technical term, like nadi, for example. It doesn't mean river in grammar. It is a technical term. In the same way, hetu is a samnya. This samnya is given to that special karta who is the prayojaka karta. So prayojaka karta is the common simple Sanskrit word. Panini Maharshi does not define this term prayoj or doesn't give this word as a samnya in grammar, prayojaka karta. He uses the term hetu. So we can say prayojaka karta in grammar is called hetu karta. So yaha karta shuddha kartaram vyapare prerayati, saha prayojaka karta or hetu karta namna jnayate. And now understand this. When you have a statement like shishyaha pathati, the pathati verb, the ting pratyaya present over there, only indicates the shuddha kartrutva shakti. It does not indicate the hetu kartrutva shakti. And therefore, if you want to somehow insert the word guru in this particular sentence, why would you like to insert? Because it is a karaka on pathati. If it is a karaka on the patana kriya, it is a kartru karaka on the patana kriya, we must add it in the sentence. Or we should be able to add it in the sentence. Must means it's not compulsory. We can simply say Shishtaha Pathati, Parantu Guru iti shabdasya tatta sthapanam kartum ichchamasche tatra doshaha ma bhut. Ataha Guru iti shabdaha yada Shishyaha Pathati ityasmin eva vakye asmabhi samsthapaniyah तथा गुरु इति प्रातिपदिकात् कहा विभक्ति प्रत्ययः विधीयेत इति चेत् गुरु पदार्थे विद्यमाना हेतु शक्तिः इत्युक्ते विशिष्टा हेतु इत्याख्या कर्तृशक्तिः तिङ् प्रत्ययेन नैव अभिधीयते. अस्यां स्थितौ अनभिहित कर्तृत्व शक्तेः निर्देशार्थं तृतीया एकवचनस्य प्रत्यये कृते गुरुणा शिष्यः पठति इति वाक्यं सिद्ध्यति. So when you want to insert the prayojaka or hetukarta in the original sentence, we always use a tritiya. So pathati iti vidyama ityatra vidyamana ting pratyayena hetukartari vidyamana shaktihi na nirdishyate. Ataha vakye गुरु शब्दात् अनभिहितस्य कर्तृत्व शक्ते अनभिहितस्य कर्तुः निर्देशार्थं तृतीया विभक्तेः प्रत्ययं कृत्वा अत्र गुरुणा शिष्यः पठति इति वाक्यं सिद्ध्यति. So understand this. In case of the pathati verb, the original the shuddha karta will remain in prathama, but the prayojaka karta, the hetu karta, will go in tritiya. This is only for the kartari prayoga. In karmani prayoga, what is going to happen? in the karmani prayoga, the ting pratyay is going to indicate the karma. It is neither going to indicate shuddha karta nor prayojaka karta. अस्यां स्थितौ द्वयोः अपि कर्तृ शक्त्योः निर्देशः सुप् प्रत्ययेन एव क्रियते, अतः उभयत्र तृतीया विभक्तिः भवति. अतः कर्मणि प्रयोगे तु द्वयोः अपि कर्तृपदार्थयोः विद्यमाना कर्तृत्वशक्ति तिङन्तेन अनभिहिता एव अस्ति, बिकॉज तिङन्त इज इंडिकेटिंग द कर्म. अतः अत्र द्वाभ्याम् अपि शब्दाभ्यां तृतीया विभक्ति एव प्रयोक्तव्या. गुरुणा शिष्येण pathyate. So patha is the original dhatu that we are using. I am not going in the Nijanta space at all. It is the original dhatu that we are using. Either we use pathati or we use pathyate. When you use pathati, you say guruna shishyaha pathati. When you use pathyate, both kartas go in the tritiya. So you say guruna shishyena pathyate. So in the same way, balakaha gacchati, माता बालकं गन्तुं प्रेरयति. You can say बालकः मात्रा गच्छति. भृत्यः कार्यं करोति, स्वामी भृत्यं कार्यं कर्तुं प्रेरयति. भृत्यः स्वामिना कार्यं करोति. The hetukarta in the simple kartari sentences goes in tritiya. Any questions so far? One clarification I have to make. When we say it is in the tritiya, I am specifically talking about the tinganta examples like pathati and pathyate. For krudantas, the case is slightly different, but I don't want to go in unnecessary details. All that I wanted to discuss over here was the distinction between the shuddha karta and the hetu karta. Let us actually understand that with two different examples, and here is where I'm going to touch a little bit on the nijanta part. But let's take the simple example first. Say Ramaha Matra or Guruna. I think it's Guruna. Ramaha Guruna Pathati. So in this particular, let me fix this actually. Ramaha Guruna Pathati. Because then on the right side will be a similar example. So in this particular sentence, Ramaha Guruna Pathati, let's go over what we have learned so far step by step. So patha iti dhatuna shuddha vyaparasya nirdesha bhavati. Asya shuddha vyaparasya karta shuddha karta. So the karta of the shuddha vyapara is called shuddha karta. Patha dhatoho kartari ting pratyay krute ayam shuddha karta ting pratyena abhidhiyate. Patha dhatoho ting pratyay krute हेतुकर्ता अनभिहितः अस्ति. अतः पठति इति प्रयोगे शुद्धकर्तुः प्रथमा भवति, हेतुकर्तुः तृतीया भवति. अतः रामः गुरुणा पठति इति प्रयोगः सिद्ध्यति. Now something very interesting. When you have patha dhatu, it indicates two different kartas. There is the shuddha karta and there is the prayojaka karta. Now, when you have two different kartas, obviously there must be two different vyaparas. Because the shuddha karta is doing the vyapara of opening the book, reading, say, reading loudly and memorizing and so on. None of this is being done by the prayojaka karta. The prayojaka karta is doing a different type of vyapara. Like, for example, handing the book to the student or encouraging him to read, answering his doubts, and so on. So there are two distinct vyaparas, out of which the original patha dhatu, when you say patha dhatoho arthaha vyaparaha plus phalam, that vyapara is only the shuddha kartru vyapara. It is never the prayojaka kartru vyapara. So then the obvious question comes, can we ever indicate the vyapara of the prayojaka karta using the patha dhatu? Patha iti dhatuna shuddha kartuh vyaparaha nirdishyate iti tu spashtamev. Parantu kathanchit patha ityeva dhatuna prayojaka kartuh vyaparaha nirdeshtum shakyah va. So when I use the patha dhatu, can I indicate not the action of opening the book and reading and memorizing, but rather inspiring, handing the book, answering the doubts, explaining something and so on. And that's the question which is answered by the nich pratyaya. So nich pratyaya, it takes the dhatu, it creates a new dhatu. This is called atideshika dhatu. Nich is one of the 12 sanadi pratyayas. Nich pratyaya takes one dhatu, it creates the atideshika dhatu, and not just that, the phenomenal thing that it does, it transforms the vyapara. The original dhatu patha has a different vyapara. Nich pratyaya creates a new dhatu with a completely different vyapara. What different vyapara? The vyapara of the hetu karta. Patha iti dhatuna शुद्ध कर्तुः व्यापारस्य निर्देशः भवति. पठ प्लस णिच इज इक्वल टू पाठी. पाठी इति धातुना प्रयोजक व्यापारस्य निर्देशः भवति. So these things many times you have learned in some or the other way, but this is the basic concept from which everything originates. पठ इति धातुना शुद्ध व्यापारस्य निर्देशः. पठ इत्येव विद्यमानः प्रयोजक व्यापारः, that is hidden, it gets expressed by the nich pratyaya. Therefore, nijantena पाठी इति धातुना इदानीं शुद्ध व्यापारस्य निर्देशः न भवति, अपितु प्रयोजक व्यापारस्य निर्देशः भवति. And who is the karta of that prayojaka vyapara? It is the hetu karta. And therefore, when you apply a ting pratyaya on the pathi verb, it is that prayojaka karta which will be indicated by the kartari ting. When you simply take the patha and apply ting, it is the shuddha karta that gets indicated by ting. Why? Because vyapara is by the shuddha karta. But when you take the pathi verb, it is the prayojaka karta which is indicated by the ting. Why? Because the vyapara is the prayojaka vyapara. So prayojaka vyaparasya karta hetu karta, पाठी धातोः कर्तरि तिङ् प्रत्यये कृते अयं हेतु कर्ता तिङ् प्रत्ययेन अभिधीयते. Therefore you say guruः पाठयति. Guru gets just the su pratyaya for the pada nirmana. You do not get the vibhakti indicator su pratyaya. Unlike the previous case where a tritiya was used, in the current case, the ting pratyaya itself indicates the prayojaka karta. Why? Because ting pratyaya is attached to a dhatu which indicates prayojaka vyapara. There is nothing special about the ting pratyaya in pathati versus pathayati. Ting pratyaya is happily indicating the vyapara of the dhatu on which it is added. When ting pratyaya is added to patha, it indicates the karta of the vyapara of patha. When it is added on pathi, it indicates the karta of vyapara of pathi. Therefore, atra pathi iti dhatoho vihitena ting pratyena hetu karta abhidhiyate. And therefore, the shuddha karta anabhihitah asti. So, the shuddha karta in this particular case is anabhihita. Now, there is a question over here. Wouldn't guru become shuddha karta of the pathi verb? That's not how the grammar looks at it, because pathi is not an axiomatic verb. The word shuddha karta is only used to, that's why the word shuddha. Shuddha means the one that is not adulterated with an additional pratyaya. So pathi is not a shuddha dhatu at all. Therefore, the karta of the pathi cannot be called shuddha dhatu. Patha is the shuddha dhatu. The karta is called shuddha karta. Pathi is the prayojaka dhatu. The karta is called prayojaka karta. That itself has the technical term called hetu karta. Yogi ji, you have a question?
Namaste, Acharya.
Namaste.
One question. So, by ting pratyaya, whether it is shuddha karta or hetu karta, by ting pratyaya only, abhihitam.
In one case,
am I being audible?
You're audible. In one case, it is the shuddha karta. In other case, it is the prayojaka karta. Both cannot be abhita in the same time. Clear?
That is right, but normally the nirdeshanam is only through ting pratyaya only. Is
Yes,
that right?
that is
And
correct.
secondly, to express the hetukarta or to show the hetukarta, we use a different kriya like thing, like patayati or pati, whatever you say, by adding a different pratyaya to that. Is that
That is not correct. That is the whole point of his teaching, that even with the sentence pathati, you can still use the word guruna to indicate the prayojaka karta. In the same way, in pathayati, you can always use the word guruhu to indicate prayojaka karta. That's the whole point of this discussion. Okay? श्रीनिवास महोदय,
नमस्ते महोदय।
नमस्ते।
प्रश्नद्वयं वर्तते। प्रथमः तु यदा वाक्यं भवति छात्रः गुरुणा पठति इति, तत्र गुरुः इति गुरुशब्दः इति गुरुपदार्थः इति प्रयोजककर्ता इति ज्ञातं, परन्तु एकदृष्ट्या तत्र गुरुः माध्यमः अस्ति पठनक्रियायाः इति चिन्तयितुं शक्नुमः वा?
माध्यमं भवेत् उत न भवेत्, तस्य कृते विशिष्टा विभक्ति, नो चेत् तस्य कारकत्वं नास्ति। इत्युक्ते
किमर्थं पृच्छामि इत्युक्ते, यदि मम वाक्यमस्ति छात्रः गुरोः पठति इत्युक्ते तत्र गुरोः ज्ञानं स्वीकृत्य पठति इति यदि मम आशयः अस्ति, तर्हि तत्र कः दोषः? गुरोः इति
तत्र दोषः किमपि नास्ति। तत्र गुरो छात्रः रामः गुरोः पठति इति वाक्यं यदा कर्तुं इच्छामः, तदा गुरुपदार्थात् ज्ञानस्य बहिः गमनं भवति, तत् छात्रेण स्वीक्रियते इति आशयः अस्ति।
अस्तु, तर्हि
यत्र भवतः मनसि विद्यमानः आशयः भिन्नः, तत्र कारकत्वं भिन्नम्।
अस्तु, तर्हि
विवक्षा कीदृशी अस्ति? अत्र विवक्षा का अस्ति? गुरुः प्रयोजककर्ता इति विवक्षा अस्ति। यथा मातुः उदाहरणं स्वीकुर्मः। पुत्रः खादति, माता पुत्रं खादयति, नो चेत् माता पुत्रेण खादयति, नो चेत् पिता पुत्रः गच्छति, पिता पुत्रं गमयति। तत्र सर्वत्र पितुः पुत्रं गमयति इति किमपि वक्तुं न शक्यते। अतः अस्मिन् उदाहरणे तादृशी विवक्षा कर्तुं शक्या, सर्वत्र तादृशी कर्तुं शक्या इति न।
अस्तु, सन्दर्भः तर्हि मुख्यः तत्र।
हा।
तर्हि द्वितीयः प्रश्नः अपि तथैव, यदि कर्मणि प्रयोगे यदा छात्रेण गुरुणा पठ्यते इति आसीत्, तत्र सन्दर्भः स्पष्टः, परन्तु
कः कं पाठयति इति सन्दर्भं दृष्ट्वा एव सत्यं। यथा मया नित्यम् इदम् उदाहरणं दीयते, देवौ असुरौ हतवन्तौ। Who killed whom? Devau asurau hatavantau. Did Devas kill Asura or did Asura kill Deva? यथा भवितुमर्हति किल?
अस्तु, धन्यवादः।
तदेव। Any further questions on this? So one very important point is now missing over here. Please understand. पाठी इत्यत्र प्रयोजकव्यापारस्य निर्देशे कृते प्रयोजकव्यापारस्य यः कर्ता सः प्रथमा विभक्त्या निर्दिश्यते, परन्तु शुद्धकर्ता यः अस्ति इत्युक्ते रामपदार्थः यः अस्ति, तस्य विषये व्याकरणे क्लिष्टः नियमः वर्तते. So compare and contrast this. In case of pathati, when the verb was indicating the shuddha karta, the prayojaka karta was very simple. It remained as karta and we expressed it in tritiya. It was very simple. But when it comes to the nijanta prayoga, the counterpart, that is the shuddha karta, which is no more expressed by the tinganta over here, needs to have a vibhakti pratyaya, and at that particular place there is a complex rule of grammar. This rule says that in some cases this shuddha karta remains the karta, so it retains its kartrutva shakti, but in some other cases this karta actually becomes karma. So in case of nijanta prayoga, shuddha karta sometimes retains its kartrutva property, some other times it keeps that kartrutva property aside and becomes karma. It cannot be both at the same time. It is either karta or it is karma. And there is a sutram in Ashtadhyayi. We are not going to study that, but if you are interested, I'll just point it out. Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha. It's there in the Karakadhikara. Gati buddhi pratyavasanartha shabda karma karmakana mani karta sanau. This particular sutra says, look at this. Gatyarthaka dhatavaha, buddhyarthaka dhatavaha, bhojanarthaka dhatavaha, shabda karma dhatavaha, tatha cha karmaka dhatavaha. एतेषां विषये अण्यन्त प्रयोगस्य कर्ता, नॉन णिजन्त कर्ता, which means शुद्ध कर्ता. अण्यन्त प्रयोगस्य कर्ता ण्यन्त प्रयोगे. In the ण्यन्त प्रयोगो it is no more अभिहित by the तिङन्त. So ण्यन्त प्रयोगे कर्म सम्यकः भवति. So माणवक means a small boy. पिता माणवकं गमयति. So माणवकः गच्छति. And pita manavakam gamayati. That manavaka becomes karma, and therefore you use a dvitiya vibhakti. Similarly, manavakam dharmam bodhayati. That's exactly what I have written on the screen. Guruhu ramam pathayati. The original karta has become karma. So pathi iti dhatoho vishaye shuddha karta anabhihitah asti. निजंत धातोः संदर्भेण शुद्ध कर्तुः कुत्रचित् कर्तृसंज्ञा भवति, कुत्रचित् कर्मसंज्ञा भवति. So this is specified based on the dhatus and the meanings. So pathi iti dhatoः विषये कर्मसंज्ञा भवति. That sutram gives everything. You those of you are interested, this is not in the course, so I'll not force, but those of you are interested, significantly detailed description I have added. Go over this description. So Shuddha Karta sometimes remains the Karta, but sometimes becomes Karma. So for example, Patheti ityatra Guruhu Ramam Patheti iti prayoga siddhyati. But if you take the verb Khadati, so Ramaha Khadati and Mata Khadayati, that place Rama remains Karta. And now because it is Anabhihita Karta, it goes in Tritiya, saying Mata Ramena Khadayati. So for Gatyarthaka, Buddhyarthaka means study, remember, and so on. So Gatyarthaka, Buddhyarthaka, Bhojanarthaka, Shabda Karma, to speak, to make sound, and so on. And Akarmaka. For these kind of verbs, the original, the Shuddha Karta becomes Karma, whereas for other type of verbs, the Shuddha Karta remains the Karta. So I have given some examples. I think there will be some other examples also over here. I don't know whether I have. Gatyadinameva kimartham dalakrutyam. Gatyadinameva kimartham सूत्रे उक्तान अर्थान विहाय अन्येषु अर्थेषु प्रयुक्तानां धातूनां विषये प्रकृत सूत्रं नैव प्रवर्तते. सो माणवकः लिखति, पिता माणवकेन लेखयति. That goes remains in the तृतीया. एवमेव पिता माणवकेन ओदनं पाचयति. माणवक remains in the तृतीया. So in this particular way, for specific verbs, it goes into Dvitiya because it becomes karma. For some specific verbs, it remains karta and then it is used in Tritiya. So that is the whole story of Nich Pratyaya over here. And the sutram that talks about the Hetu Karta is immediately next sutram, Tat Prayojako Hetuscha. Somebody is asking, Likha iti bodhanartham na svikriyate va? It is not bodhana, it is buddhyarthaka or shabda karma. So buddhyarthaka means to indicate or to teach something. So likha is not directly used for teaching, and shuddha and shabda karma is the kriyas that make a sound, say pathayati, adhyapayati, and so on. Likha is also not part of that. So likha is not considered in this particular set of verbs. You can of course go over there in details. So the sutram over here that defines the Hetu Karta is the immediately next sutram. So you have 1454 Swatantra Karta. The immediately next one is Tat Prayojako Hetuscha. So Kartuhu Prayojakaha Hetu Samnyaha Kartru Samnyaha cha syat. So that particular Prayojaka Karta gets two samnyas. One is the Kartru Samnya. It is obviously going to be there. Why you need the Kartru Samnya? Because Kartru Karanayoho Tritiya. unless the word guru gets the kartru samnya, you cannot justify the tritiya on Ramaha Guruna Patati. So in order to justify tritiya on Guruna, you need the kartru samnya. So kartuhu prayojakaha yaha saha kartru samnyaha bhavati. हेतु संज्ञा किमर्थम भवति? It is only the hetu on which the nich pratyaya is added. So hetu vyaparasya nirdeshartham nich pratyaya. Therefore, for adding the nich pratyaya, you need the hetu samnya. For adding the tritiya vibhakti or any other vibhakti, you need the kartru samnya. So this way you need both the samnyas. The sutram is tat prayojaka. Tat means the karta that was discussed in the previous sutram. So the previous sutram says swatantraha karta. And then तस्य इत्युक्ते स्वतन्त्रस्य कर्तुः प्रयोजकः तत् प्रयोजकः हेतुः च चकारेण कर्तृ इति संज्ञा अपि अत्र अनुवर्त्यते अतः तत् प्रयोजकः हेतुः कर्ता च. This is the essential meaning. तत् प्रयोजकः हेतुः च तत् प्रयोजकः इत्युक्ते मूलकर्तुः प्रयोजकः चकारेण कर्ता इत्यपि अनुवर्तते क्रियायाः कर्तुः प्रयोजकः तस्याः क्रियायाः. This is the important point. We are not talking about the निजन्त क्रिया. पठ इति क्रियायाः यः कर्ता छात्रः तस्य प्रयोजकः गुरुः तस्याः क्रियायाः एव पठन क्रियायाः एव हेतुसंज्ञकः कर्तृसंज्ञकः भवति. गुरुणा रामः पठति यत्र गुरुपदार्थः कर्तृसंज्ञकः हेतुसंज्ञकः. कर्तृसंज्ञा किमर्थं? गुरुणा रामः पठति इत्यत्र तृतीयाविधानार्थं कर्तृसंज्ञा. हेतुसंज्ञा किमर्थं? हेतुसंज्ञेन कृतं व्यापारं दर्शयितुं णिच् प्रत्ययः विधीयते. So the sutram is hetumati cha 3.25. Hetumati cha, but we'll discuss it towards the end in the last module of our course. For now, we don't have to worry about it. So there is a sutram that will give the hetu, that will give the nich pratyaya for the hetu vyapara. So patha iti dhatoho arthaha shuddha kartu vyaparaha. Patha plus pathi, pathi iti dhatoho arthaha hetu vyaparaha. And guruhu ramam pathayati अत्र पठ इति धातोः निच् प्रत्ययः कृतः अस्ति. अनेन निच् प्रत्ययेन प्रयोजक व्यापारस्य निर्देशः भवति. अतः तस्मात् विहितेन कर्तरितिङ् प्रत्ययेन प्रयोजक कर्तुः निर्देशः भवति. अतः गुरु इति शब्दात् सुप्रत्ययः एव क्रियते यतोहि प्रयोजक कर्तुः निर्देशः तिङन्तेन एव कृतः वर्तते. Any questions so far? This is where we end our discussion of Kartru Karaka. Exactly 45 minutes are done. Next 45 minutes we will talk about Karma Karaka. There is a lot more to talk about Tat Prayojako Hetushta and Swatantra Karta, but for our course, whatever is taught is sufficient. I'll wait for 30 seconds. If there are no questions, we will go to the Karma Karaka. Okay, let's move on. So now remember that we talked about Dhatvarthaha being Vyaparaha and Phalam. We discussed at length about the topic of Vyaparaha. The Vyapara tasya ashrayaha karta bhavati. Idanim we want to focus on Phalam. So yada kaschana karta kriyam karoti tada kriyayaha phalam bahushu padartheshu sambhavati. The phala is not necessarily on a single entity. Phala can be on multiple entities. Now understand these examples. Some of these are very simple. Some of these are complex. Pay close attention. Some of them have a hidden complexity. You might think this is so simple, but there is a shastra going on. So pay close attention. So when you take a simple example, Devadattaha odanam bhungte. Bhungte means eats. Devadattaha odanam bhungte. Tatra bhojana kriyayaha phalam galabila sanyogaha. So the bhojanam is supposed to end when that food item enters your esophagus or goes down. Because after that, it is the digestion, pachana, which starts. Bhojana is done. Done in the sense that particular whatever small amount of rice you have put in the mouth, that much amount bhojanam is done. So Devadattaha odaram bhungte ityatra bhojana kriyayaha phalam ityukte galabila sanyogaha odane vidyate. Therefore, that particular odaram is your phala. Now, there is an interesting statement over here. You are going to think why I have written it, but it will be clear in a minute. Now, this particular Odana is the one that should get the phala as far as Devadatta also wants. Wants again doesn't mean his choice. We are not talking about his free will or anything. But from that particular action, what does Devadatta anticipate? Whether Devadatta is doing that action forcefully, not forcefully, whatever, that particular action, from that Devadatta anticipates that the Odana enters the Galabila Sanyoga, that is the phala of the Bhojana action. Therefore, एतत् फलम् ओदने विद्येत इति अत्र देवदत्त क्रियया इच्छति, not मनसा इच्छति, क्रियया इच्छति. Let us take a second example so that all this discussion will make sense. Devdattah payasa odanam bhunte. Devdatta eats rice with milk. So uses milk to moisten the rice and eats it. Now where is the phala appearing? Phala is appearing on Odana because Odana is entering the esophagus. Phala is also appearing on the milk, Payaha, because Paya is also entering the esophagus. So Atra Bhojana Kriyayaha Phalam Payasi api vidyate, Odane api vidyate. But from Devadatta's point of view, these two objects are different. The action of eating is done for the Odana. The Payaha, the milk, is only used as a medium of mixing. What does Devadatta want to eat? He wants to eat Odana. Automatically, the milk also enters the esophagus. That's irrelevant. But as far as the Bhunkte action is concerned, the Odana is the one on which Devadatta wants the phala to appear. Phala appears on both, but from the point of view of the Karta, Devadatta, the intended phala is on Odana. Again, not his choice, but the definition of action itself. So, atra bhojana kriyayaha phalam पयसि अपि विद्यते ओदने अपि विद्यते परंतु भोजन क्रियायाः फलं मुख्यरूपेण ओदने भवेत् इति देवदत्तः इच्छति. पयः तु केवलम् ओदनस्य मिश्रीकरणार्थम् उपयुक्तः पदार्थः. Because we are not saying he is drinking the milk. That would be a different action. Right now he is eating the rice. So paya, even though it enters the esophagus and it gets the phala, that's not the focus point. पयः पदार्थे यद्यपि भोजन क्रियायाः फलं विद्यते तथापि सः देवदत्तस्य कृते मुख्यः विषयः नास्ति. So far so good. Let's take yet another example. देवदत्तः ओदनम् अनिच्छया भुङ्क्ते. देवदत्तः ओदनम् बलेन भुङ्क्ते. Mother forces him. अत्र यद्यपि देवदत्तस्य मनसि भोजनक्रियायाः विषये आसक्तिः नास्ति, भोजनक्रियायाः विषयः एव नास्ति, तथापि भोजनक्रियायाः फलं देवदत्तस्य दृष्ट्या ओदने विद्यते. So this is the reason why I specifically contrasted in the first statement when he happily eats the odana, whereas when he forcefully eats the odana, it is not his choice that we are interested in. It is not his mental state that we are interested in. That's what I started at the beginning of the class also. Kartuhu manasi vidyamanaha vicharaha atra na svikriyate. But from the point of view of action, where does the phala, the karta expects or anticipates? That's the karma. That's what we are discussing over here. And that will be called as karma, as you will see in one of the upcoming sutras. So, atra odana padartha anichaya devadattena bhunte tathapi tatra phalam odana padarthe eva asti. This is an important point. Now, let's take a little bit more complex example. Devadattaha vishamishritam odanam anavadhanena bhunte. So Devadatta is eating rice. He has no idea that it is mixed with poison. So Devadattaha vishamishritam odanam avadhanena bhunte. Now where is phala? Phala is on odana. phala is also on Visha, just like the way in Devadattaha Payasa Odanam Bhunte. The phala, Galabila Sanyoga, was on Odana and it was on Paya also. The only difference was Devadatta anticipated the phala on Odana. Devadatta never anticipated the phala or didn't really care about the phala on Payasa. In the same way over here, Devadatta anticipates the phala on Odana and Devadatta has no idea about that particular Visha. So there are two components over here. See, so now you probably are able to figure out some kind of pattern in the examples. In first example, Devadatta has an idea of Odana, happily eats it. In second example, Devadatta has an idea of Odana, he also has an idea of Paya, but he doesn't care about that Paya, happily eats both of them. In the third case, Devadatta unhappily eats but has an idea of Odana. In the fourth case, Devadatta has an idea of Odana. He has absolutely no idea of Visha. Because if he would have had the idea of Visha, he would have never eaten that Odana. So Devadatta has absolutely no idea of Visha. And then in this case also, there is a phala on Odana and there is a phala on Visha. So Bhojana Kriyayaha phalam Odane tu asti eva. परंतु देवदत्तस्य दृष्ट्या अनुपस्थिते विषपदार्थे अपि तत्फलं विद्यते. And then the final example, Odanam bhunjanaha devdattaha ghrutam api bhunte. This is very similar to this particular previous example, but there is a small difference. In the previous example of Devadattaha Payasa Odanam Bhunte, Devadatta is explicitly using Paya as a component, as an entity for mixing the rice. Whereas in the final example, Devadatta's rice appears to have a ghee on it, whether it was not for moistening or it was not for mishri karanam and so on, it appears to have the rice on it, and therefore Devadatta will eat the rice and he will probably look at Ghruta, he won't care, he will eat that Ghruta. So the difference is, in the previous case, if there was no paya, no milk, Devadatta would not eat rice. Why? Because the milk was used to moisten that rice. In the second case, he just glances at Ghruta, whether it is there or not, he will eat both of them. So, Odhanam bhunjanaha devadattaha visham api Ghrutam api bhunte. Odhanam bhunjanaha devadattaha Ghrutam api bhunte. Atra devadattaha Odhanam bhoktum ichchati. तस्मिन् ओदने घृतपदार्थस्य उपस्थितेः विषये देवदत्ता उदासीना. उदासीना is indifferent, doesn't care. एतादृशेन देवदत्तेन कृतायाः भोजनक्रियायाः फलं घृतपदार्थे अपि विद्यते, ओदनपदार्थे अपि विद्यते. So far so good. Now why I am teaching all this? The reason why I'm teaching all this is because all this discussion revolves around two important technical terms in grammar. One is called ipsitatama and other is called anipsita. Ipsitatama and anipsita. What is ipsitatama? Yasmin padarthe karta kriyayaha phalam drashtum ichchati. Again, I am repeating, this ichchati is not his mental ichcha or mental state. It is the natural effect of the kriya. Bhojanam karoti chet kutra phalam bhavati iti ashayah. So, yasmin padarthe karta kriyayaha phalam drashtum ichchati saha padartha ipsitaha iti namna jnayate. Ipsita word is apa. Apa means praptihi plus sana means icharthaka plus kta. Apa plus kta becomes apta. Apa plus sana becomes plus ta becomes ipsita. Ipsita means praptum ichchati. Praptum yad ishtam. Kim praptum? Phalam praptum yad ishtam. So saha padartha yatra kriyayaha phalam praptum ishyate. Ishyate is not mentally parantu kriyaya. Saha ipsita padartha iti namna jnayate. Out of all such ipsitas, the most important or the most desired place where the phala or the place where the phala is desired most prominently is ipsitatama. So for example, in that example of payasa odanam bhunte, he was not drinking the milk, he was drinking the rice, he was eating the rice. The milk was used as a way to moisten or mix the rice properly. So Devadatta knows that the phala will, or he expects that the phala goes on paya. Devadatta also expects that the phala goes on odana. Therefore, both of them are ipsita. But only one of them, odana, is ipsitatama. So let us take examples and we understand this. Devdattaha odanam bhunte. Atra odana padarthaha ipsitaha ipsitatamaha. Because whatever is ipsitatama has to be ipsita. There is no question about it. Devdattaha payasa odanam bhunte. Atra payah padarthaha kevalam ipsitaha ओदन पदार्थः ईप्सिततमः. देवदत्तः अनिच्छया ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. देवदत्तः बलेन ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. इत्यत्रापि ओदन पदार्थः ईप्सितः एव. ओदन पदार्थः ईप्सिततमः एव. Why? Because it is not his mental choice, but it is the result of that action. Whether he forcefully eats or whether he eats unhappily, he will never want to have the rice grain stuck in somewhere in the nose or throat and so on. So once the action of eating has started, the phala, he would expect it goes on that odana. Again, mental choice is not there. It is the action that results into that particular phala. So atrapi odana padarthaha ipsitaha ipsitatamaha. This is the reason I took this example. ईप्सितस्य निर्णयार्थं कर्तुः स्वस्य रुचेः चिन्तनं, स्वस्य मनसि किमस्ति तस्य चिन्तनं न क्रियते. देवदत्तः अनिच्छया विषं भुङ्क्ते. Somebody forces विष in under his throat, down his throat. Still विष पदार्थः ईप्सितः ईप्सिततमः. Why? Because it automatically gets the phala of that bhunte. Yeah. Second, and now there are a couple of questions over here. In the second example, odana padartha will be ipsita and ipsitatama. Obviously, yes. So anything that is ipsitatama, tama is simply tama pratyay. So comparison. So sreshtha tamaha would be sreshtha. Unnata tamaha will anyway be unnata. In the same way, ipsitatama will automatically be ipsita. In the second example, paya is also ipsita, odana is also ipsita. In addition, odana is ipsitatama. There is another question over here. How do we know the phalam of these dhatus like Galabila Sanyoga, Uttaradesha Sanyoga and so on? So Galabila Sanyoga or Uttaradesha Sanyoga are simply words used to indicate the action. Anytime you speak an action, say Dhavati, you know what is the Vyapara. You might not be able to create it in such a beautiful Shastrik way, like Galabila Sanyoga, Uttaradesha Sanyoga, and so on, but you might be able to understand. So, for example, Patana Kriya, Grantha Udghatanam, Akshara Pathanam, Mananam, and so on, you will be able to construct that. So, that's all, that's the Vyapara, and the Phalam automatically, that's what I'm going to teach, how the Phalam is indicated. So, how are the phrases like Galabila Sanyoga or Uttaradesha Sanyoga are created? Only some such phrases are created by Vaiyakarnas. They are available in advanced books of grammar. People used to, many people have asked me, is there a list of such concise phrases for all 2000 dhatus? I don't know the answer. So probably they are not there. Whatever I have learned, I have never come across. Some 20-30 I have come across, but beyond that, I don't have any such list. But that's only about creating that line in the Shastrik form. You always will be able to define the Vyapara and the Phalam on your own in simple language. Anyway, so Devadattaha anichaya visham bhungte ityatrapi vishapadartha ipsitaha ipsitatamaha and so on. Now understand this. Yaha padarthaha kriyayaha phalasya sandarbhena kartuhu krute ipsitaha nasti. So phalasya sandarbhena ipsitaha nasti. Saha anipsitaha namna jnayate. Na ipsitaha anipsitaha. Now pay attention. This anipsita padartha is further classified as a padartha that is hated, dveshyaha, and a padartha that the karta is indifferent about. Hate and indifference is not with respect to mind, it is with respect to the kriya. You will understand with an example. But understand this, thus the names first of all. So anipsita padarthaha dviprakarakaha, dveshyaha and upekshaha. What does it mean? Dveshya padartha is a padartha where the karta never wants the kriya phala to go. So for example, Devadatta anavadhanena vishamishritam odaram bhunte. Devadatta does not know there is a visha, but if Devadatta would have understood there is a visha, he would never want to eat that odara. He would never want the phala to go on that visha. So visha is a padartha which is, as far as the bhunte kriya is concerned, it is dveshaha. Dvesha in the literal sense is not to be taken earlier. It's not hated in mind or something. It is that padartha for which the kriya phala would never, the karta would never expect the kriya phala to go over there. So karta doesn't expect the vishasya galabila sanyogaha. But in example like Devadatta anichha balena visham bhungte, he knows there is a visha, so there is a galabila sanyoga that's there. But as far as the dveshya padartha is concerned, he does not want. So it's somebody saying it's not a desired padartha. I was not using that term because again, desired, not desired, it's not to be taken mentally. It's to be taken as not expecting the fruit of action to go on that padartha. So atra visha padartha dveshyah asti. ओदने विषम अस्ति इति ज्ञायते चेत् देवदत्ता कदापि तस्य ओदनस्य ग्रहणं न कुर्यात्, अतः तत् न करिष्यति. अतः तत्र देवदत्तपदार्थः देवदत्तस्य कृते कर्तुः कृते विषम इति द्वेष्यः पदार्थः. Dveshya padartha is typically something that is unknown or not in the frame of reference, because as soon as you are aware of that padartha and you link it with the kriya, it is no more dvesha. So something that is unknown, something that is unexpected, or you realize it later on, that would be dvesha. Upekshaha is the second type of padartha where सह पदार्था यत्र क्रियाफलं विद्यते उत न इत्यस्य विषये कर्ता उदासीन अस्ति. Like our example of that घृतम. There were a few drops of घृतम on the rice. Devadatta doesn't care. He eats rice. He sees घृतम, he eats it. It's as simple as that. So अत्र घृत पदार्थ उपेक्ष्यः सह स्यात् उत न स्यात् देवदत्तस्य कृते तेन कः अपि भेदः न जायते. So in this way, the four types of objects on which a phala is obtained. So what is the similarity between these four types of objects? All of them get phala. All of them have the galabila sanyoga. Whether it is the odana, which is ipsita tama, that's number one. Whether it is the paya, which is ipsita but not ipsita tama, that's number two. Whether it is the visha, which is dvesha, that's number three. And whether it is ghruta, that's the upeksha, number four. Irrespective, so the common thing in all these four things, ipsita tama, ipsita, dvesha, upeksha, the common thing in all these is all of them get the fruit of the kriya. Sarvaihi phalam labhyate, sarvesham galabila sanyogaha bhavati, parantu sarvesham karma samyana bhavati. This is the reason why I spent all this time on explaining these particular points. So in the Karaka Prakaranam, there are two sutras on the Karma Karaka, Karturipsitatamam Karma and Tatha Yuktam Cha Anipsitam. Now these sutras must be piece of cake. Out of the four, that is Ipsitatama, Ipsita, Dveshya, and upeksha, ipsitatama gets the karma samya, dvesha gets the karma samya, upeksha gets the karma samya, but only ipsita does not get the karma samya. So karturi ipsitatamam karma sutra says kriyayaha vyaparena kartruhu drushtya yad ipsitatamam tat karakam karma samyam bhavati. तथा युक्तं च अनिप्सितं सूत्र says क्रियायाः व्यापारस्य संदर्भेण यद अनिप्सितं, this line is useless, yad anipsitam, which essentially means dveshyam or upeksham, because anipsita is of two types. सो क्रियायाः व्यापारस्य संदर्भेण कर्तुः दृष्ट्या यदनीप्सितं तत्कारकं फलाश्रयं सत्कर्मसंज्ञं भवति तथा युक्तं बिकॉज अनीप्सित might be anything. He is eating and he sees some rat in the next corner, that's anipsita, but that has nothing to do with the action. See how beautifully people have, the Panini Maharshi has thought about this, and how beautifully grammarians have commented on this. So tatha yuktam, he first says karturi ipsitatamam karma, and he just doesn't say he doesn't say kartu anipsitatamam karma. So he doesn't say kartu anipsitam karma, he says tatha yuktam. Tatha yuktam means just like the way that ipsitatama was linked with kriya, means it was becoming the phala. In the same way, if there is an anipsita padartha which is linked with kriya, which means it is also getting the phala, then it becomes the karma. So karturi ipsitatamam karma tatha yuktam cha anipsitam. तथा युक्तम फलाश्रयम पूर्व सदृशम एव फलाश्रयत्वम यत्र अस्ति तत् कर्म संज्ञम्. So now all these examples must be piece of cake. Devadattaha odanam bhungte. Odana is the ipsitatama, hence it is karma. Devadattaha payasa odanam bhungte. Odana is the ipsitatama, so it is the karma. Paya is not ipsitatama, it is only ipsita, so it is not a karma. You will see why it is karana in the next class. Devadattaha anichchaya or balena odanam bhungte. Still odana padartha is ipsitatama, it is karma. Devadattaha anichchaya or balena visham bhungte. Still visha padartha is ipsitatama, therefore it is the karma. Devadattaha anavadhanena vishamishritam odanam bhungte or visham odanam cha bhungte. Atra odanam, I should have said visham odanam cha bhungte. Visham odanam cha bhungte. So devadattaha anavadhanena visham odanam cha bhungte. Atra odana padarthaha ipsitatamaha. Visha padarthaha anipsitaha. Under that dveshaha. Ubhayoho api karma samnya. Odana gets the karma samnya by karturi ipsitatamam karma. The Visha gets the karma samnya by tatha yuktam chanipsitam. Finally, odanam bhunjanaha devadattaha ghrutam api bhungte. Odana padartha ipsitatamaha. Ghruta padartha anipsitaha. Under that upekshaha. Dvayoho api karma samnya bhavati. Observe, everywhere where there is a karma samnya, you have used vidya. Odanam, odanam, visham. Here also anavadhanena visham odanam cha. Visham, odanam, khrutam, odanam. Everywhere you are using vidya because it is karma. And then payasa, that was not the karma, some other karaka put over that. That is the essence of karma karaka in Ashtadhyayam. So karturi ipsitatamam karma, kartuhu kriyaya aptum ishtatamam karakam karma samnyam syat. So ipsita means aptum ishtam, apa plus sana plus ta, kriyayaha karta, taya kriyaya yat sarvadhikyena aptum ichchati, ityukte tasyaha kriyayaha phalam yatha galabila sanyogaha, yatra saha sarvadhikyena drashtum ichchati, saha padartha karma samnyakaha bhavati. Devadattaha odanam bhungte is an example. Bhojana kriyayaha sandarbhena odana padarthe eva tatra phalam devadattaha sarvadhikyena ichchati. Devadattaha anichchaya odanam bhungte atrapi saha eva vishayaha. Devadattaya odana padartha visha padartha rochate utana iti chintanam atra prastutam nasti. Devadattaha balena bhungte swechhaya bhungte tat sarvam chintanam api aprastutam. Anything that is ipsitatama. That's why I spent 20 minutes of our class in thoroughly explaining what is ipsitatama. These sutras become so clear with that particular explanation. And then before that, let's do the dalakrutyam over here. Kartuhu ipsitatamam. Kartuhu iti kimartham uktam. Anyesham ipsitatamase chintanam na karaniyam. So karma might have its own ipsitatama. Karana might have own ipsitatama. Tesham sarvesham chintanam na karaniyam. ईप्सित ग्रहणम किमर्थम अनीप्सितस्य अत्र चिंतनम नास्ति अग्रिम सूत्रे चिंतनमस्ति एंड ईप्सित तमम इत्यत्र तमप ग्रहणम किमर्थम if it is only ipsita but not ipsita tama then this sutra is not to be applicable. There is a few more points but I leave it to you. If you want you can go through this slide, otherwise dalakrutam can be kept aside. What is important is understanding the concept. Once you understand the concept of ipsita tama, ipsita, dvesha and upeksha, all these things will be thoroughly clear. The next sutram is Tatha Yuktam Chanipsitam. One quick note, in every book, including the website, the words Tatha and Yuktam are written as a single word. So in all the books that you have, and even over here on the website, you can see it is written as Tatha Yuktam. That is a typing mistake, but just a convention, and because it is on the books, I have just written it over here. But I think somewhere over here I might have explained it. प्रकृत सूत्रे विद्यमानं तथा युक्तमिति एकं पदं नास्ति, अपि तु द्वे पदे स्तः. सूत्रपाठस्य अद्य उपलभ्यमानेषु सर्वेषु अपि संस्करणेषु तथा युक्तम् इति विदाउट स्पेस स्थापितं दृश्यते, but this is not a समस्तपदम. So on the slide deck I have taken the liberty of writing it separately. So तथा युक्तं चानीप्सितं. तथा युक्तं means what? तथा इत्युक्ते पूर्वम् अस्माभिः या कर्मसंज्ञा दृष्टा सः कर्मसंज्ञकः पदार्थः यथा क्रियया सह अन्वेति इत्युक्ते तत्र फलं विद्यते, तथैव यः अनीप्सितः पदार्थः अपि क्रियया सह अन्वेति तस्य अत्र कर्मसंज्ञा भवति. सो तथा युक्तम् अनीप्सितं. सूत्रे विद्यमानः तथा च युक्तम् इति अंशः पूर्वसूत्रस्य आशयं गृह्णाति. येन प्रकारेण पूर्वसूत्रेः कर्तुः ईप्सितमं क्रियया युज्यते, तथैव प्रकारेण अत्रापि अनीप्सितस्य विषये चिन्तनं करणीयम्. पूर्वसूत्रे ईप्सिततमः फलाश्रयः कर्मरूपेण स्वीकृतम्, अतः अत्रापि अनीप्सितः पदार्थः फलाश्रयः सन् कर्मरूपेण स्वीकर्तव्यः. So anipsitam means dveshyam or upeksham. No ipsitam means either neutral or hated, that is negative. Dvesha saha padartha yatra karta kadapi kriyaphalam naiva ichchati. So odanam bhunjanaha visham bhungte. Anavadhanena is underlying over here. Odanam bhunjanaha visham bhungte. Gramam gachham ahim langhayati. Ahi means sarpa. While he was going to the village, he somehow stepped over a snake. If he would have known there is a snake, would he step over it? No, he would go from side. But because he didn't know, he stepped over it. So gramam gachan ahim langhayati. Very beautiful examples are there. Gramam gachan ahim langhayati. And upeksham saha padartha yatra kriyaphalasya vishay karta udasinah asti. So odanam bhunjanaha ghritam bhungte. The one who is eating the odan also drinks or eats the ghee. Another example, gramam gachan trunam sprishati. Why? Truna means small grass. So while he is going to the village, his legs touch that particular grass. Now that trunam sprushati, did he want to touch? No. Did he not want to touch? No. It's just an indifferent action that is happening. So trunam sprushati ityatra truna iti padarthe yat karmatvam asti tat तथा युक्तं चानीप्सितम् इति सूत्रेण तत्र कर्मत्वं विद्यते. And तथा युक्तम् इति किमर्थम्? If it is an aneepsita padartha, as I mentioned, there is a rat in the corner, that's aneepsita, but that has nothing to do with the particular action of eating. Or even when there is a padartha which is aneepsita and it is related to the action of that whatever kriya, if it does not get the phalashrayah na bhavati chet, तत्र अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रयोगः न भवति. So Pataliputraat Mathuram gacchati. Pataliputra is aneepsita, so it is left behind and he goes to Mathura. But Gamana Kriyayaha phalam Uttaradesha Sanyogaha is not on Pataliputra. It is only on Mathura. So Mathura gets the karma samya by Karturipsitatam karma. Pataliputra is aneepsita, but it has not got the karma phala. Therefore, you do not get the karma samya on it. So, atra gamana kriyayaha sandarbhena Pataliputra pradesha aneepsitaha. Parantu tatra gamana kriyayaha phalam na labhyate. Saha padartha phalashrayah, phalasya ashrayah. The place where the phala appears. Nasti. Asyam sthito atra prakruta sutrasya upayogaha no bhavati. Any questions so far? If not, there are 3 or more slides and then we are done. Very simple. Vikarmaka dhatus is the next topic. If there are questions, I'll take. Otherwise, I'll go to the next topic. That is the Dvikarmaka dhatus. Okay. So now these 2 sutras are done. We studied Karturipsitatamam. Oh, there is a hand raise over there. Yes.
So slide number 13. There it is written, right? Visham odanam bhunte. So
That's what I said.
Visham,
So that's what I said. This should be odan anavadhanena visham comma odanam bhunte. I corrected it while explaining. We can do it here. So odanam, the better statement is this. Odanam bhunjanah devadattah anavadhanena visham.
Visham. Okay.
Clear?
Hmm.
Because Vishamishritam would be Visheshana on Odanam, then you don't have to.
Vishena mishritam iti bhavet.
Vishena Mishritam iti bhavet. Correct. So that's Visheshana. That's a different Vibhaksha. Correct. Any further questions? Okay, so I'll probably take 10 or 15 more minutes. So we talked about Karturi Ipsitatamam Karma. We talked about Tatha Yuktam Chani Ipsitam. And now the next sutram that we are going to talk is Akathitancha. Understand this. This is the topic of Dvikarmaka Dhatus. Now please pay attention. What happens is, for some dhatus, now understand that when you have a dhatu, you will have different padarthas that are karakas, and then there will be different names, kartru, karma, and so on associated with them. Now there are certain dhatus, and these are predefined dhatus. You do not have a scope of randomly choosing. So these are predefined dhatus. So for example, ni is one such dhatu. One of the karakas of ni. So for example, Devadattaha nayati. So Devadatta becomes karta. Say Devadattaha ajam nayati. Aja, I'm taking standard textbook example. Aja, goat is the karma. Devadatta ajam nayati. And Devadattaha ajam grame nayati. So grama is the adhikarana. This is a perfectly valid prayoga. Devadattaha ajam grame nayati. There is nothing wrong in it. Devadattaha ajam grame nayati. Grame is the adhikarana. Aja is the karma, and Devadattaha is the karta. Now what happens is, this particular grama padartha, we have a choice of not treating it as adhikarana. Understand, this is something new that I'm talking. For Devadatta, you don't have a choice. You have to treat it as a karta. For Aja, you don't have a choice. You have to treat it as a karma. But for the verb for the word grama, we have a choice. It is given by the Shishta Prayoga, it is given by the commentators that we are free to ignore the adhikarana property, adhikarana shakti on that grama padartha. In such a case, when we ignore the adhikarana shakti, grama padartha becomes a karaka that is not indicated by any other names like karma, kartu, karana, samprada, karma, karta, karana, sampradana, adhikarana, and so on. So once we decide that we don't want to show that adhikarana shakti, we have no choice, and grama becomes a floating object with no karaka associated with it. Such an object can be considered an additional karma. So, for specific dhatu. So, understand, this is all only for specific dhatus. So, Vishishtanam dhatunam prayoge anya karaked avivikshitam karakam. And that anya is also fixed. You cannot randomly do karta, karma, and so on. For ni dhatu, it has to be adhikarana. For say pacha dhatu, it has to be something else. For say shura dhatu, it has to be something else. So, specific karakas are there. So Vishishta Dhatunam Prayoge Anya Karakaihi Avivakshitam. Avivakshitam means we don't decide to use that particular Shakti. We don't imagine that Shakti over there. So Anya Karakaihi Avivakshitam Karakam Karma Karaka Rupena Svikartum Shakyate. Such dhatus become Duvi Karmaka because they have the original karma, and plus you are adding a new karma because of non-realization of some other valid karaka. So that's the sutram. The sutram in Ashtadhyayi is akathitancha. The sutra is very clear. Akathita. something that is not told by other terms like apadana, sampradana and so on. So अन्यकारक संज्ञाभिः यद न कथितम् अस्ति तादृशं कारकं विशिष्टानां धातूनां विषये कर्मरूपेण स्वीकर्तुं शक्यते. Such धातुस् are called द्विकर्मक धातुस्. So विशिष्ट धातूनां प्रयोगे अन्यकारकैः अविवक्षितं कारकं कर्मकारकरूपेण स्वीकृत कर्तुं शक्यते. एतादृशाः धातवः द्विकर्मकधातवः नाम्ना ज्ञायन्ते. A simple example is भिक्षुकः धनिकात् धनं याचते. So here bhikshu yacha is the kriya, bhikshuka is a karta, dhana is the karma, dhanika is apadana. We will learn that in the next class. So he is leaving the money. Money comes out of the dhanika and goes to the bhikshuka. So dhanika is apadana. So this is a perfectly valid statement, but you are allowed to imagine that dhanika is not apadana. This is given to you by Shastra. This is given to you by Shishta Prayoga. So dhanika padarthe apadanasya avivaksha kartum shakya. एतादृशं क्रियते चेत् धनिकपदार्थस्य निर्देशः अन्येन कारकेण न संभवति. So it is definitely not karma, it is not ipsitatama or anipsita or anything. It is not karana, it is not sampradana, it is not apadana. It was there, but we decided not to believe that. And it is not adhikarana and it is not karta. So it remains floating. So understand, it is not actually a karma because it is neither ipsitatama nor anipsita, but it is a floating. And such a floating karaka is considered karma by the sutram akathitancha, and therefore you can create a sentence bhikshukaha dhanikam dhanam yachate. So understand, bhikshukaha dhanikam dhanam yachate ityatra क्रियायाः दृष्ट्या धनिकपदार्थः ईप्सितः नास्ति, ईप्सिततमः नास्ति, अनीप्सितः नास्ति. पूर्वसूत्राभ्यां तस्य कर्मसंज्ञा न भवति, परन्तु तत्र तस्य कर्मसंज्ञा इष्यते. इष्यते इस् शिष्टैः इष्यते. अतः तत्र अकथितञ्च इति सूत्रेण अन्यकारकैः अकथितं कारकम् अन्यसंज्ञाभिः अपादानाभिः अन्यसंज्ञाभिः अकथितं कारकम् अत्र कर्मसंज्ञया निर्दिश्यते. Another example, देवदत्तः पुत्रं विद्यालये नयति. अत्र विद्यालयपदार्थः अधिकरणसंज्ञकः अस्ति, परन्तु विद्यालयपदार्थे अधिकरणस्य अविवक्षा कर्तुं शक्या. एतादृशं क्रियते चेत् विद्यालयपदार्थस्य निर्देशः अन्येन कारकेण न संभवति. अस्यां स्थितौ विद्यालयपदार्थे कर्मकारकं स्वीक्रियते. देवदत्तः पुत्रं विद्यालयं नयति इति प्रयोगः इति वाक्यं सिद्ध्यति. एतादृशाः प्रयोगाः सार्वत्रिकाः न. You cannot randomly take verbs and cannot randomly say I don't want to think this is apadana, I don't want to think this is karana and so on. You can't do that. एतादृशाः प्रयोगाः सार्वत्रिकाः न, अपि तु विशिष्टधातूनां कृते तत्रापि विशिष्टकारकस्य कृते. So even for the ni dhatu, it is only the adhikarana for which you have a choice. For the yacha dhatu, it is only the apadana for which you have a choice. So विशिष्टधातूनां कृते तत्रापि विशिष्टकारकस्य कृते एव एतादृशाः प्रयोगाः सम्भवन्ति. And there is a specific list of dhatus where all these verbs are there is a karikas where all these verbs are collected. So there is a list of dhatus in different granthas. Unfortunately, the Avali slightly differs in different books. So Madhavya Dhatu Vritti has a different version, Kashika has a different version, Mahabhashyam has a different version. The Siddhanta Kaumudi version is what I'm showing over here. So Siddhanta Kaumudi lists 16 dhatus. Most of you are already aware of this karika. Those of you who studied Bhashapak are definitely aware. Duhayacha pachadanda rudhi prachichi bru shasuji matmusham karmayuk syad kathitam tatha syad iru krushvaham. So today you will understand the meaning of this word akathitam. Karmayuk syad akathitam means karmayuk syad akathitam chaiti sutrena. So akathitam chaiti sutrena yat कर्मद्वयं सिद्ध्यति. And obviously akathitam means anya karakaihi na kathitam yat tat karakam atra karma samyam bhavati. So 16 dhatus, duha yacha pacha danda 4, rudhi prachi chi bru 8, shasu ji matha musha 12, नी रू कृषवः 16. So ete षोडश धातवः, and not just these, but any dhatu that is in the same meaning as these dhatus. So etesham dhatunam yoge तथा च एतेषाम ये अर्थाः. So for example, musha means to steal. So you have chura dhatu also in that particular case. Or bru means to speak. So you have vada dhatu also in that particular case. So etesham ye अर्थाः सन्ति. तेषु अर्थेषु अन्ये ये धातवः प्रयुज्यन्ते तेषां कृते अपि विशिष्टस्य कारकस्य अविवक्षां कृत्वा अनेन सूत्रेण कर्मसंज्ञा भवितुम् अर्हति. Now the question is, what are the examples of all these 16 dhatus? So yacha we saw one example, ni we saw an example, but what about other examples? And what is that vishishta karaka for which that avivaksha is done? So all that has been taught in the Bhasha Paka courses, and that is completely self-study. It is not optional. There are links over here. Everybody must watch these. Homework questions include materials present in these videos which are not taught today. So द्विकर्मकधातूनां वाक्येषु प्रयोगाः कथं करणीयः इत्यस्य सर्वाणि उदाहरणानि अस्मिन् लेखे सन्ति. So this is my own article where I have explained all the 16 verbs. In fact, if you go to akathitam cha, I have explained, you will not find any other commentary like this. Every verb has been taken and is explicitly listed what kind of prayoga. Even other verbs like bru dhatvartaka, vada, bhasha, katha, musha dhatvartaka, chura, lunta, and so on. How the dvikarmaka verbs are to be used in the karmani prayoga. How what is the certain addition vartikas are there in Siddhanta, you can ignore that. At least till how they are used in the karmani prayoga. Even in this karika, 16 dhatus are not listed in the same spirit, in the same sequence. He lists 12 dhatus in the beginning and then he lists 4 dhatus towards the end. Why does he do a 12 plus 4 division? There is a reason to that. You will find it in these videos. So द्विकर्मक धातूनां वाक्येषु प्रयोगा कथं करणीया इत्यस्य उदाहरणानि अस्मिन् लेखे सन्ति. द्विकर्मस्य विषये लघुचिन्तनम् अस्मिन् वर्गे कृतमस्ति. So this is a भाषापाक video. द्विकर्मधातूनां प्रयोगस्य विषये विस्तरेण अत्र चर्चा कृता अस्ति. द्विकर्मकधातूनां कर्मणि प्रयोगः कथं करणीया इत्यस्य पाठनम् अत्र अस्ति. विशिष्टानां द्विकर्मकधातूनाम् अर्थस्य सूक्ष्मरूपेण चिन्तनम् अत्र अस्ति. So there is a different karika used in Mahabhashya that is being taught over here. All these first 5 links are compulsory and you have to study these links. Those of you who are further interested can go to 6th one. So nijanta prayoga dvikarmakatvam katham pravartate, that is optional. That there will not be any homework question. This is not included in the syllabus. Somebody is asking, what is Bhasha Paka? So Bhasha Paka is a book. It is written by Dr. Janardhan Hegde, who is from Samskrita Bharati. And there are 3 volumes of these books, Bhasha Paka 1, 2, and 3. And I have taught all these 3. You can find the videos on the website. It is always good to purchase the book. But for watching the videos, you do not need the book. I do not expect, in fact, while teaching the videos, I specifically said that do not read the book. First watch the video and then go to the book. So for watching the videos, you do not need the book, but it's always good to purchase the book. I think Samskrita Bharati centers will have that. But irrespective of those books and all that, I want you to go over these 4. So the first is an article and 4 remaining are the video links. So you have to go to all these things. There are questions in the homework tray which I have not taught specifically because the Dvikarmaka Dhatu topic is so well known and well taught. Many of you have already watched all these videos. Some of you were my students in the Bhasha Paka. So these are the things that everybody should already know. And if you don't know, you must watch these videos. Now there is one topic that I want to take and then we will, before that there is a sutram, akathitam cha, apadanadi visheshaihi avivakshitam karakam karmasamyam syat. So akathitam cha, apadanadi samnyabhi avivakshitam karakam. This is the entire list. Etesham dhatunam. So all these dhatus are dvikarmaka, which means they have 2 karma. One is their original karma. Say Devdattaha ajam nayati. Aja is the original karma. And the grama padartha becomes a secondary karma because of akathitancha. So Devdattaha ajam gramam nayati. ajam is the main karma, it is called pradhanam karma. Pradhana means main. And the second karma is called gauna karma. So the grama padartha, which was originally adhikarana, or originally in the sense there is no transformation. It is not grami getting converted to gramam. It is a vivaksha. If you want to treat it as adhikarana, you can say grami. If you don't want to treat it as adhikarana, that is also acceptable by Shastra, it becomes gramam. So that particular karma, which is only secondarily a karma, primarily it was the adhikarana. Only in a secondary choice it is the karma, is called gauna karma. So prakruta sutrena ityukte akatitam chaityanena labdham yat karma karakam tat gauna karma karakam moola rupena yad vidyate tat pradhana karakam. So to understand this, if you take this example of say Gopalaha ajam gramam nayati, the choice on aja is always karma karak, whereas the choice on grama, first it is adhikarana, and if not, then it is karma. So karma is always a fallback. It is never the first choice. It is always a fallback. Vidyaji, you have a question?
नमस्ते महोदय तर्हि तत्र भिक्षुकः धनिकं याचते इति अशुद्धं वा
भिक्षुकः धनिकं
धनम्
याचते?
इति प्रयोगे
न तथा नास्ति.
धनम् इति प्रधानकर्म कर्म विना अपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः वा?
प्रधानकर्म विना अपि गौणकर्मणः प्रयोगः अवश्यं भवितुमर्हति. So you can say dhanikah, bhikshukah dhanam yachate. You can say bhikshukah dhanikam yachate. Both are okay. Because gauna karma becomes karma irrespective of whether pradhana karma is there or not. Clear?
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Okay. So another example I have given over here. Gopalaha goho payaha dogdi. Paya is milk, dogdi is milks. So takes out the milk. So Gopalaha goho is panchami, from the cow, apadana. So Gopalaha goho payaha dogdi. He extracts the milk from the cow. Atra go padarthe apadanatvam asti. Parantu tasya apadanasya avivaksham krutva karma padarthasya karma samnyayaha vivakshā kartum shakyate. अतः गोपालः गां पयः दुग्धि इति अपि प्रयोगः सिद्ध्यति. अत्र पयः पदार्थः प्रधानं कर्म, because it will always be karma samyak. Go padartha gaunam karma, because the first choice was never karma. And let me repeat the answer to that previous question. Statements like Gopalaha payah dogdhi is fine. Statements like Gopalaha goho dogdhi is fine. Statements like Gopalaha gam dogdhi is also fine. And statements like Gopalaha gam paya dogdhi and Gopala goho paya dogdhi is also perfectly fine. Other examples you can see on the website or on the links over there. I think we are running out of time, so but give me like 5 minutes. This is a very interesting topic that I want to go. It's not complex at all. Just maybe 3-4 minutes and then we will stop. In Vakyapadiya, Bhartruhari takes the karma samnya. Now it is a karma karaka, okay. Whether it is ipsita, anipsita, akathita, it doesn't matter. Now it is a karma karaka. This particular karma is classified into 3 classes by Bhartruhari. These classes are called nirvartyam, vikaryam, and prapyam. Nirvartyam, vikaryam, and prapyam. Very simple definitions, just not to be confused with anipsita, ipsita, ipsitatama, and so on. That's all gone. Now any of those, or akathitam, whichever method is that, it has become a karma. Now from the point of view of usage, the karma is classified as nirvartyam, vikaryam, or prapyam. I'll quickly give the definitions and we will end. Nirvartyam is that karma which is actually created. Nirvartya means sampadanam, nishpadanam, nirmanam. So Devadattaha kumbham karoti. He creates the kumbha. Lekhakaha katham likhati. Krishnaha vakyam vadati. In all these cases, the karma did not exist. So Gopalaha payah dogdhi. The milk did not exist in that particular bowl, or in front of that Gopala, the milk didn't exist. Or Devadatta kumbham karoti. Kumbha did not exist. Katham likhati. Katha might be in his mind, but it was not on the paper. Vakyam vadati. The karma is created because of that action. It is called nirvartyam karma. So nirvartyam karma ityukte tat karma yasya nirmanam kriyaya kriyate. The second is Vikaryam karma. It is that karma which was already existing but gets transformed. So it might be destroyed or it might change the format, but it is transformed. So tat karma yasmin kriyaya parivartanam bhavati. एतादृशं कर्म क्रियया नैव निर्मीयते परंतु अस्मिन् पदार्थे क्रियया परिवर्तनं भवति. So देवदत्तः ओदनं पच्यति. ओदन becomes soft. रामः रावणं हन्ति. Ravana is destroyed. कृषकः वृक्षं छिनत्ति. The tree falls down, goes into pieces. बालकः अपूपान् खादति. The cakes apupa become pieces or gets become small particles and so on. So when transformation happens, it is called vikarya karma. And finally, when none of these things happen and you do not see any change in the karma, any visible change in the karma, this is called prapyam karma. So tat karma yatra kriyaya kimapi parivartanam na krutam drishyate. So vikaraha nasti. Phalam tu asti eva because it is karma. Parantu vikaraha nasti. So devadatta khagam pashyati. Nothing happens to the khagam. Ramaha grantham pathati. Nothing happens to the grantha. Yachakaha dhanam dadati. Nothing happens to the dhana. The place changes, but dhana itself, the gold coins are not transformed. So yachakaha dhanam dadati. Bhaktaha shivam vandate. So no visible action or transformation happens to any of these karmas. So such a karma is called prapyam karma. So nirvaratyam cha vikaryam cha prapyam chedit trithamatam. Three types of karmas. Nirvartya karma, vikarya karma, vikaryam. All these are napumsakalinga words. Nirvartyam, vikaryam. This is prapya is not yabanta. Prapyam. So nirvartyam karma, vikaryam karma, prapyam karma. Somebody saying stateless or stateful action, you can use that. I have never used those words earlier. Better to use the shastric terms nirvartyam, vikaryam, and prapyam. And with this, we finish our discussion of karma samnya. Kartru samnya and karma samnya are done. There is a lot more to discuss, but this is good enough for our course. In the next class, we will go with the remaining karakas, karana karaka, apadana karaka, and so on. One more class, and we are going to finish the karakas, and then we will go to the bhaktis. Samapayama, there is the homework over here. As I mentioned, for some homeworks, I have not explicitly taught it in the class because the answers are in those videos. So for example, maybe there is one, look at this. Duhyachartha karma bhak. There is a karika, Duhyachartha karma bhak, which is not taught to you, but you have to complete that karika. So Duhyachartha karma bhak karikam kuriyata, and so on. So there are a few more questions over here. Yogi ji, you have a question?
Acharya, it's a vague question, in fact. What about the karma, what we say? This is all my karma, this is their karma. That's what we say. What about that karma? Has it been mentioned in Vyakaran Shastra? Has not been.
No, that is not a grammatical term. It has nothing to do with karakas. So what you're talking is probably a concept of karma and phala in Advaita and so on. It's not directly related to any action. So it is not a technical term in grammar.
And even in Vakyapadiyam also there is not mention, because they say it is Brahma.
See, this Vakyapadiyam is a book on grammar. As I mentioned, this is not a concept of grammar. So it's nothing to do with the grammar textbooks, right?
Okay. Thanks so much. And if really Bhashapaka people already would have gone about it, that means I'm much way behind all those people. That's what I feel right at this junction.
Okay.
I don't know that there were so many videos as far as your website is concerned. Maybe first time I'm coming across with your
actually
website.
Look at this. So for example, if you go to online courses, there is a course on Bhashapaka 1, 2, 3. You just access the course and you will get all the material in sequence. So you can try these things, okay? Bhashapaka 1, 2, and 3. Okay?
Sure. Thanks so much.
Dhanyawad. Any further questions? I think we are already late. So if there are no questions, Samapayamaha. Tomorrow there will not be any class. Take a holiday because I want you to read and study Dvikarmaka Dhatus. So tomorrow we'll skip. Next week we'll have 2 classes as usual. Samapayamaha. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः. येन धौतागिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। धन्यवादः।